Hello, and welcome back for the ultimate lesson, the final lesson of the Magic 100 series, Novice of the Arena. The night is always darkest before the dawn, and it does seem like we have quite the challenge ahead of us. One of Magic's big bads, Bolas, is to be our opponent in this final lesson. We've already played the four other colors. We're the white deck, so I don't know what color they're going to be. He might be multiple colors. He might have all different types of cards, but we've learned our lessons. We've practiced. We've got our steps in. So now it's time to run through the tape. Bolas, the Dragon God.
Make a deal with you, Planeswalker.
Like a proper game of Magic, we both start with 20 life. Usually, in a game of Magic, you'll start with 7 cards. We're only doing 6 for some reason, but in a regular game of Magic, you're going to start with 7 cards. And since they went first, they were on the play, and I'm on the draw, I'd actually draw 8 cards. Draw up to 8 cards on my first turn. They don't draw on their first turn. Okay, already something is new. Bolas is playing multiple colors, red and black. They were able to cast this mummy because it says it costs 2, 1 black, 1 generic. They have the swamp to provide the 1 black, and it doesn't matter what provides the other generic. In this case, it was a mountain. So each player discards a card. I need to decide, do I want to discard my instant, my trick, one of my creatures, or one of my lands? What I'm going to do is I'm going to discard a land, because even though you need lands at the start of the game to cast your spells, you don't lose your lands once they're in play. So there comes a point of diminishing returns where drawing your 3rd land, important, great. Drawing your 10th land, I'd rather have drawn a creature. And everything in my hand can be cast with 3 mana, so I actually don't need my 4th land. I have cards in my deck that cost more than that, but for now, it makes sense to get rid of a land.
I do as I choose with what is mine.
He got rid of a card that costs 6 mana. Expensive. But usually the more mana a card costs, the better it is. In this case, it's a dragon. It has flying, so it's hard to block. It has haste, so it can attack immediately. And it's a 4/4. That deals a fair chunk of damage. I will play a 2/2. If they attack, I will block. We will trade. I don't even get the chance to
here exists or perishes at my
block. They killed it instantly. Okay. Play my next land. Pass a 3/2. Now, I might be wishing that I kept a land. This card requires 5 mana. This card requires 6. And they just drew a bunch of cards. Sure, it costs them some life, but again, as we talked about in the last game, winning with 1 life is the same as winning with 20 life, and drawing 3 cards might just help them win. I'm going to play my land. I'm going to attack. They're probably going to block. I'm going to use my combat trick to keep my creature alive. My opponent has 3 colors of mana. Swamps for black, mountains for red, islands for blue. All sorts of spells they could cast. In this case, they had a sorcery. It cost 5 mana. One of them had to be black, but it says put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It becomes a black zombie in addition to its other creatures and types. So they were able to spend 5 mana to bring back this 6 mana dragon, resurrect it from the graveyard, and it's flying in haste. It can attack immediately. I'm going to play my 5 mana card, 3/4, gain 4 life, and keep on attacking.
Enough of this.
So this is a sorcery that says when you next cast an instant or sorcery this turn, copy that spell. So they then cast this Seismic Structure, deals 2 damage to each creature without flying, and the double cast means it gets copied, so they get 2 of them, which means it's enough to kill both my creatures. The first 2 damage kills this 3/2 and makes this 3/4 have 2 damage on it. The next spell, Resolving, means that it gets 2 more damage, it has 4 damage on it. It's dead. Okay. Land number 6. Play Inspiring Commander. This card is definitely emblematic of the white playstyle, because it says whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card. But I was too busy talking. They spent 7 mana to draw 7 cards. That's really good for them. They drew... They went from having no cards in hand to a full hand, 7 cards. If you have more than 7 cards at the end of your turn, you have to discard down to 7, put them directly into your graveyard. But they went from no cards in hand to a full hand, and their creature is better, they have more lands in play, they have more cards in hand, their life total is higher. Things are not looking good for me. But, as I was saying, this creature says whenever another creature I control with power 2 or less enters, I gain a life and draw a card. So this wants me to play into the white playing style, which is play lots of small creatures, go wide, build up an army. So I will. I'll play a Shrine Keeper, I'll draw a card, gain a life. Wow! It just so happens it's another Shrine Keeper, that's a 2/2. That means I get to gain a life, draw another card. And I drew a removal spell, destroy target tapped creature. Well, I'm gonna kill their dragon. And I'm going to go to combat.
No matter. Soon there will be nothing left of you.
Our life totals are basically the same, 13, 12. Mana-wise, we both have a lot. But, board state, for a second, I had a better board state. I had 3 creatures, they had none. However, they just played this good card, which made me go from having 3 creatures, just having 1, and theirs is a 6/6 versus my 1/4. I'm not going to attack. I don't have good attacks. I'm going to pass the turn. When they attack, I'm going to play my instant. As things stand, though, not looking good for me. This will trigger my Inspiring Commander 3 times. It sees the 3/1/1s entering. So I draw 3 cards, I gain 3 life.
Underestimated you.
And I guess they want me to block the dragon with the instant spell. I'm just going to follow the tutorial and we'll get into tactics and strategy. In the 200s, there's a world in which you don't block any of them. There's a world in which you just jump block. There's a world in which you block the dragon with everything and you cast your spell. I'm going to block the dragon with everything, cast my spell. They only get to kill one of my things.
You're actually beginning to irritate
Sorry,
me.
they don't get to kill all 3 of mine. Now I'm going to play a creature, trigger my Inspiring Commander.
Such impudence.
I'm going to go to combat, attack with everything, and then play Sarah Angel. It's 5 mana for a 4/4 with flying and vigilance. Vigilance is something I hinted at, I think in the first lesson, but it means that attacking doesn't cause a creature with vigilance to tap, so it can attack and then be used to block. Okay, that was annoying. They cast this spell saying destroy target creature with power 2 or less. I should have been able to, at instant speed. Oh, target blocking or blocked. If this didn't say target blocking or blocked creature, if it just said target creature gets +2/+2, I could have made this a 3/6 just until end of turn. But this spell, destroy target creature with power 2 or less, when they cast it, they were targeting a 1/4. When it tries to resolve, it actually sees a 3/6, a 3-power creature. So it fails to resolve, it goes directly to the graveyard, my creature stays alive. Unfortunately, it does say target blocking or blocked. They killed my good creature, and I'm just going to chump with the cat to keep some life total alive.
Admit defeat.
Oh, this is good.
We've come this far, don't give up now.
Now I'm going to make my Sarah Angel even bigger, even better. If they have a removal spell, if a spell that kills this regardless of its power, I'd be in trouble, but I don't think they do. That's the tutorial. So I'm going to attack with it. It has Vigilance, so it doesn't need to tap to attack. That means I can use it to block. So I'm going to block their Chaos Maw and block their demon just to save the life. Then I'll pump this up just to use my cards so that instead of chumping, my spirit now trades with their demon.
This is it.
Okay. I have a 7-mana flyer, 7-power flyer. They're at 4 life. I go to combat. And I win! There you go. We have defeated the evil dragon god. Bolas is done.
Woohoo! That dragon better think twice before he tries messing with you again.
Okay. For completing the tutorial, you get 5 decks. These get added to your collection. You can use them for deck building. We'll get into that in the 200 series, Apprentice of the Arena. But it's worth doing the tutorial because you get these 5 decks worth of cards. My face is covering the green one. And that is the tutorial for Magic the Gathering. We learned how to play the game, how to play lands, cast spells, attack with creatures, use instants,
You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
all that.
You got a quest. If you complete it, you'll get
Now
a
it's
reward.
taking us to
Come here when you're
the
ready to
home
play
page,
again.
and we are going to pause here for now, but in my next series, in the Apprentice level series, we are going to get into a little bit of the tactics and strategy in playing these color challenges. The opponents are going to be a little tougher, the decisions are going to be a little bit more varied, and we're going to learn a little bit more. Okay, thank you for watching, thank you for coming along on this journey, and I'm excited for the next step. Cheers. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and catch the 200 levels.